Hello?
Place yourself on mute.
I got it. I'm hearing you.
It's Thursday. Let's keep it a Thursday, everyone. All right, everyone. This is the 187 District Court. These are the rules of the 187 District Court. You are in a courtroom. You must behave as though you are in a courtroom. Anything that you could not do if you were physically in the courtroom, you cannot do on this Zoom screen. To all the inmates, you are not allowed to use the chat box. If you use the chat box, you will be sent back. To everyone else, this is not a time for you to pick up dates. This is not the Bachelor. This is not the Bachelorette. You are not allowed to use the Zoom to pick up dates. To all attorneys, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, you need to place that plea bargain agreement in the chat box. If your client is on bond, the state will need your client's email address. You will need to send the plea bargain agreement to the court coordinator. She is listed as Ferguson coordinator on the screen. Do not contact Ms. Ferguson asking her whether or not you can have a reset. Do not text her, do not chat her, do not email her about the resets. I'm the only one who can excuse you. I'm going to open breakout rooms. When I open up the breakout rooms, it will invite everyone to go to a breakout room. Do not, I repeat, do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically call you by name and assign you to a breakout room. To all the attorneys and everyone here, you can see there are more defense attorneys than there are prosecutors. Everyone needs to put some patience in your pocket. It's Thursday. Let's keep it a Thursday. Let's not turn it into a Monday. Tomorrow's Friday. So put some patience in your pocket. When you get sent to a breakout room, that breakout room is like when you go to the doctor's office. When you're called to the back, they're just checking your blood pressure and your weight. You're not seeing the doctor yet. If you leave that breakout room to come and tell me, I've been sitting in this breakout room for 15 minutes, a prosecutor hasn't seen me. A prosecutor, I guarantee you, is going to look in that room and they're going to see that that room is empty and they're going to go to the next attorney. To all the defendants and those who are accused, I'm going to call your attorney's name, not going to call your name. If you do not hear your attorney's name, it's because they are Zooming or they are in another courtroom. Trust me. You will get a chance to see your attorney today. So this is the order in which attorneys will appear. Michael Goins, Ben Stevenson, Joseph Stateson, Christine McDonald, Miguel Nahara, Woody Halstead, Shannon Locke, Raymond Martinez, Carlos Martinez, Martin Guerra, Rick Ramos, Jeannie Cupid. Is there any attorney's name that I have not called?
Robert Maurer, Judge.
All right, Robert Maurer. Anyone else?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will Williams.
Will Williams.
Bud Rittenhour.
Bud Rittenhour.
Dominic.
I'm sorry, Michael who?
Dominic, Your Honor.
Michael Dominic.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyone else?
Joseph Acevedo is on vacation, but they said Mr. Israel Castro needs to just zoom
Okay.
in.
Just
So we're
give me
just
one-
making
Okay, just give me 1 moment. I'll get with you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other attorneys?
And lock for one, Flores, Your Honor.
Okay, I called your name, Shannon.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Sure.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, so attorneys, when I call your name, I need to know your client's name and I need to know whether that client is criminal trial division or family violence. Michael Goins.
Family violence, Your Honor, and his name is Quentin Miller. And he is here today.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ben Stevenson.
Good morning, Your Honor. My client, Alex Morganfield, has cases in both criminal trial division and family, and I'm in text contact with him. He should be walking in my office door any second now. I would like to talk to, ideally, prosecutors in both sections, please.
I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Joseph Stateson.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Monica Guerrero. She's in trial in the 399th. Her client is Arthur Scarborough. He's present on Zoom. It's a sex offense, I believe, family violence division.
I'll send you to breakout room number 4. Christine McDonald.
Morning, Judge. I have Rodney Ferguson with family violence.
I'll send you to number 5.
Thank you.
Miguel Nahara.
Good morning, Judge. My case is also a family violence case. It's Seneda Ray.
Okay. How do you spell the first name?
Seanida. Last name Rey.
All right, I'll send you to number 6. Woody Halstead.
Morning, Judge. I'm here on Catherine Butler. It's a family violence case. I've been conferring with David Martin.
I'll send you to number 7. Shannon Locke.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Juan Flores for CTD.
Thank you for changing your name. I'll send you to number 8.
Thank you, Judge.
Ray Martinez.
Good morning, Judge. I have Mark Rodriguez, Criminal Trial Division.
Yes.
I'll send you to number 9.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Carlos Martinez.
I have Albert Limon as Criminal Trial Division.
I'll send you to number 10. Martin Guerra.
Morning, Judge. I
Good morning.
represent Adrian Arias, and it's a CTD case.
I'm sorry, what's the first name?
Adrian,
I'll send you to number 11.
thank you.
Rick Ramos.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Maximus Vasquez Olguin. It should be family violence.
How do you spell the last name?
Vasquez with a V, Your Honor, Vasquez hyphenated Olguin, Olguin.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 12.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Jeannie Cupid.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have James Cole, and we're the Criminal Trial Division.
Okay, I'm sending you to breakout room number 13. Believe it or not, that is a lucky breakout room.
Thank you. It's the one I want. Thank you.
Robert Maurer.
Judge, I don't need to go into a breakout room. I've been conferring with Marcus. I have Andre Hernandez. He actually has both CTD and family violence. And what I needed to ask the court is for a 2-week extension of my plea bargain deadline. I was trying to get him to come in and go over the video that Marcus was finally able to get for me, but I wasn't able to get him in. He had some issues with his kid. So I'm asking for a 2-week reset from today, and I'll get him in to look at the video, and then I'll let Marcus know about the plea bargain.
All right, just give me one moment. Let me get these other attorneys in a breakout
Yes,
room,
ma'am.
then I'll take that up.
Yes, ma'am.
Will Williams.
Your Honor, my client's Bradley Elwell. He's on Zoom. It's CTD. I'm sorry, family violence. Apologize.
How do you spell the last name?
ELWELL.
All right, I'll send you to number 14.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bud Ridenour.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Gregory Wheatron. It's a CTD case.
I'll send you to number 15.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Michael Dominic.
Good morning, Your Honor. Client's name is Carlos E. Mora, and it's a CTD. He's here in the Zoom as well.
You say Carlos Mora?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll send you to number 16.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Robert Maurer on Andre Hernandez.
Yes, ma'am.
You're requesting a 2-week reset.
Yes. Yeah, Marcus and I are trying to work it out. I'm going to have my client come in and I think we'll make a counter offer, but I anticipate if you give me 2 weeks, we'll be able to work it out.
Norma on Andre Hernandez, can you give them a 2-week reset, please?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second, Judge.
All right, Robert,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can do August 2nd.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, Judge.
All right,
My
that's
client should be on my healing off as well.
Okay, yes, but here's the thing, that there will be no further plea deadline extension dates.
Understood.
All right, thank you. You and your client
Thank
are
you, Judge.
excused.
Y'all have a nice weekend. Bye.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. All right, the assistant for Joseph Acevedo, please.
Hi, Judge.
Hi, what is the client's name?
Israel Castro. He should be on Zoom.
All right, where's
Yes, he's there.
Israel Castro?
Israel, can you please say hi?
Your Honor, I'm actually here. I have a microphone unmuted, but how do I talk to you?
No problem. So, Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
on Israel Castro, I'm sorry, to the assistant, when are you expecting Joseph Acevedo back? Do you know?
Okay, let's see. He has a letter of vacation till the 20th. Then he has another date, probably till August, the end of August.
So, I mean, when does his vacation end? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
It ends the 20th of July.
Then he starts again.
And then he has another one in August. So let me check.
All right, so Norma, recall this for the 23rd. So will he be available on July 23rd?
Yes, Judge, you sure?
All right, so
It
Norma,
was only one day.
if you can recall Castro for the 23rd, Mr. Castro, you're going to need to be here on July 23rd. And at that time, I'm going to give you your jury trial date.
Yes, Your Honor.
Norma, July 23rd, okay?
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
All right, we'll see you on July 23rd.
Okay, thank you,
Yes,
Judge.
Your
Are we
Honor.
excused?
Thank you, Judge.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor, it's Michael Goins. I'm back from the breakout room.
just one moment.
No problem.
Yes, Michael Goins.
Yes, Your Honor. I was just informed by the district attorney's office that they will be dismissing Mr. Miller's cause of action.
Okay, then you and your client are excused. I'll sign the dismissal as soon as I receive it.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. You have a good day.
All right, thank you, you too.
Yeah, my first initial.
There he is.
Excuse me, Ms. Boyd.
Just give me a moment, please. And Mr. Williams, you're inappropriately dressed. And I don't know why you're smoking a cigarette on Zoom. I will see you in the 187 District Court, 300 De La Rosa, 4th floor. Your Zoom privileges are suspended.
All right, ma'am.
All right, is there Fernando Toro here? Fernando Toro.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
All right, we're gonna bring you back on August 5th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you are excused.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, anyone else back from the breakout room? All right, just give me a moment. Eric Reynolds.
Yes, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning. Who do you have?
Joshua Bettis.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
It's a CTD case, Judge. However, he was ruled incompetent either last week or the week before, Judge. It was an agreed incompetency. We already had his hearing in front of Judge Carruthers. So he's waiting for to go to his rehab facility, Judge.
All right. What is his full name?
Joshua Bettis. Joshua Daniel Bettis.
Okay. Because it may be listed under Daniel. We'll see where it is.
He's at the top of page 14, Judge.
No, but I don't have the court's file.
Oh.
All right, to the clerks, could I get Joshua Daniel Bettis, please? I don't know, I've looked and I can't find it. And Tom, what page did you say he was on?
The top of page 14.
Okay. So was he just sent to a facility?
Judge, we just had his agreed incompetency out of Carruthers in the last 10 days or so. I'm not sure if he's been sent or if he's waiting to be sent.
All right, Norma, can you recall Mr. Joshua Daniel Bettis for 60 days, please? Yeah, what date?
Judge, we can do September 10th.
All right, we'll come back on September 10th to see what the update is on his placement.
Sounds good, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
All right, you too. And let me see if Norma, did you order his client or no?
Yes, I think I did, Judge.
All right, Mr. Bettis, can you unmute for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Bettis, we're going to call you back on September 10th. There should be transferring you to a facility soon, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Reynolds, do you need to speak with your client?
No, Judge.
All right, Norma, can you let them know that L9 can go back?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bettis. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Martin Guerra?
Your Honor, I conferred with the state, but can you put me in a breakout room with my client? That is Adrian Arias.
Is he in custody?
He's on bond, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Arias, if you'll go to breakout room number 11, please.
Well, he's already remanded.
I apologize, Judge. I've been having some connection problems, but I'm Mark Rodriguez. I don't know if you called my name yet.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout room? Okay.
Judge, can you place me into a breakout room? I just
Oh.
logged a while ago.
Oh, okay. Nathaniel Navy, who are you here for?
Sixto Galindo, and it's a family violence case.
All right. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 17.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so everyone, the people we have waiting, appearing to see someone, we have Raymond Martinez or Mark Rodriguez, CTD, he's a number 9. Bud Ridnour, CTD on Lutron, he's number 15. Michael Dominic on Carlos Mora, he's in 16. And Ben Stevenson, he needs to see family violence and CTD. He's on Alex Morganfield in number 3. Shannon Locke, you're back.
I am, Your Honor.
Yes.
I conferred with Marcus. We went through the case. This case is very complex. There are dozens of videos, all of them in Spanish. So I think there's a process of going through those and figuring out which ones the state is going to use, and then transcribing and translating those videos. So it's if we could get a reset to do that.
All right, so let me just tell you where I'm coming from. This is a 2019 case. 2020, an offer was tendered. Is that offer still the same offer state?
Judge, it is, but it could change. This is my first time dealing with the case, and I talked to Shannon and saw some things.
Then there's another way.
Okay. All right, Norma, on Juan Flores, I'm going to give you all a 30-day reset.
And she said,
because I see there was a reset in January. And then could somebody please mute or Laura? Okay. All right. So what I see is in January, there was a regular reset. Then something weird happened because we didn't have a setting till May. And then now we're here in July. So this is going to be the last setting. You all, whatever interpretation, transcriptions, whatever videos, you all need to have that decided when we come back. So Norma, on Flores.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you put this at closer to the end of August?
Yes, ma'am. I can do August 31st.
All right, August 31st, everything, videos, whatever, that needs to be taken care
Your Honor.
of. Do you need to speak with your client? Mr. Locke, is he on bond?
He is, Your Honor, and he's here. I'm gonna give him a call. Señor Flores, puede salir. Okay.
All right, so we'll see you back on August 31st.
Thank you.
All right, you're excused. Carlos Martinez.
Yes, Your Honor, we've conferred and I'm on the belief that my client might not be present, Judge. We had a plea agreement deadline today.
All right, let me see. Is there an Albert Limon in the courtroom or on the Zoom screen?
No, Your Honor, he is not.
All right, who's the prosecutor on this?
It was me, Your Honor. And it was my understanding that he's already forfeited, or excuse me, he's already remanded without bond.
All right, can someone check that because I don't show it on the docket that he's remanded without bond. And it's the 2021 CR 1796.
unless he BF'd at the last setting, I don't know if he's re-WAP, Judge. He was incarcerated and then he got a hold for our county. He was transported here. I remember agreeing to a bond with defense counsel and him making bonds. So unless that has subsequently been revoked, he, I think, is on bond.
There was an off bond signed about a month ago, Judge.
Okay, well then there you go.
All right, well, I'm gonna issue a judge's, I'm gonna remand him without bond. Because does anybody know where he is? Mr. Martinez, do you have any idea where your client is?
Judge, he's been on full house arrest, and I have tried to contact the GPS with no success. But I will find out today. But I did talk to his mom yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
His mom is in close contact with him, and my understanding from the GPS requirement was that he had given his mom's address, that he was going to stay with his mom, and up till the last time I talked to him, which was not that long ago, he was still at his mom's. So
Well, can someone check to find out? And Mr. Martinez, I'm gonna recall this for this afternoon. If somebody can check if he's on GPS, and I haven't received notice that his GPS has been removed, that everybody should know where he is.
correct, Judge. If we don't know, that means he took it all.
All right, so I'm gonna recall this. If you can come back at 2, please, and we're gonna find out where your client is.
Sure.
Okay. So we'll come back at 2 on Mr. Lalonde. And we'll see where he is. Luis Martinez.
Judge, good morning.
Good morning. Who do you have?
Ramsey Gonzalez, Judge. It's a motion for bond.
All right, just give me one moment. Will Brooks. Who do you have?
Richard Ruiz, Judge. It's family violence, and it's a motion on bail reduction, Judge.
All right, I'll send you to a breakout room. Be patient. I'll send you to number 18.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, and Luis Martinez, Ramsey Gonzalez, that's family violence, correct?
That's correct, Judge. And this is the one we had talked about yesterday, that the state was remaining silent on the request for bond.
All right, the family violence prosecutor is actually in the breakout room, and we only have one family violence prosecutor.
Okay.
So if you will wait patiently, we'll see if we can get them available, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Like I said, I don't think they'll have much to say, but I'll be happy to wait.
Okay. Hello, Alfonso.
Hi, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning. Your client was on the screen in a tank top and smoking cigarettes. So he's to appear in the court.
Is that not allowed, Judge, anymore?
No, it's shocking, right? So, yes, he's supposed to be appearing in person. If you want, you can still confer with someone from the state.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The last name is Alexander, or is that the first name?
That's the first name, Judge.
All right, and is it criminal trial division or family violence?
I believe it may be a criminal trial.
Okay. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 19.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes,
Judge, I was conferring with Tom and Meredith on Mark Rodriguez,
yes.
and we've all agreed that it's probably gonna have to stay on your trial docket. Well, it has to stay on your trial docket.
All right, have you all conferred with the court coordinator on a trial date?
We have not, Judge.
Okay, then I will send you, let me see. I'll send you to breakout room number 1.
May I be excused from there, Judge?
No, you're gonna come back, get a trial date, and then I'm gonna put it on the record.
Got you. Okay.
All right, and Ms. Ferguson, if you could go to 1, and if a prosecutor could go to number 1 and confer on a trial date with Mr. Martinez, please. Joseph Stateson?
Yes, Your Honor. I finished conferring with the prosecutor, Ms. Jackson. We have signed discovery acknowledgements. I signed for Monica Guerra on both cases because it's a retained case. I had permission. Client has rejected the plea offer and is formally requesting jury trial on both cases.
All right, I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 1. Let me see, you were in, what breakout room were you in, Mr.?
I was in 4.
All right, I'll send you to number 1. Prosecutor will meet you there to confer over jury trial date.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. And Mr. Rittenhour, just give me 1 moment, please.
Yes, Judge.
All right, yes, Mr. Rittenhour? Okay, he has disappeared. Christine McDonald?
Judge, I've received an offer from the state. Can I talk to my client, Rodney Ferguson, in a breakout room?
Is your client on bond or in custody?
In custody.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, if you'll go to breakout room number 5, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Bud Rittenhour.
Yes, Judge. We have, I've conferred with Marcus Sanders, and we've agreed with and I understand it's cleared a trial start date of November the 1st.
All right, what I'm going to need you to do, did you clear that with the court coordinator?
I believe he did, but I'm not sure.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1.
All right.
And just make sure that that is clear with the court coordinator.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, and just 1 second, Raymond Martinez.
Okay, Judge.
Raymond, is your client on bond?
He's on
Or-
bond, Judge. I was hoping that you were going to tell me he's there.
Oh, well, no, I'm
I
just
can't
trying
see
to
from
see.
here.
All right, that's your client, correct?
Yes.
All right. Just give me a moment. And who was the prosecutor on this?
Meredith, I think, is taking the lead.
Tom, are you available to get the trial date on the record?
Yeah.
All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 6497A, State of Texas versus Mark Anthony Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state,
Tom Nisbet.
for the defense?
Raymond Martinez.
And are you Mr. Mark Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rodriguez, do you have any objections with this proceeding by video?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay. Defense, is my understanding that an offer has been tendered by the state. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Rodriguez, is the court's understanding that you're rejecting that offer? Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're requesting a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will note that the court is in receipt of an acknowledgement of discovery dated January 30th, 2020. Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did both parties have a chance to confer on a jury trial date?
We did, Judge.
And Mr. Martinez, what agreed date was it?
September 14th.
All right, state, do you have any objections to September 14th as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am.
Defense, any objections to September 14th as a jury trial date?
We do not, Judge.
Mr. Rodriguez, do you have any objections to September 14th as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am, I do not.
All right, then your jury trial will be scheduled on September 14th. You'll need to appear in the courtroom, the 187 District Court. It's located at 300 De La Rosa. You need to appear at 9 a.m. dressed for trial. Do you understand, Mr. Rodriguez?
I do understand.
All right, so when is your trial date, Mr. Rodriguez?
September 14th, 9
Right.
a.m.
Thank you. We will see you then. If there's nothing else, Mr. Martinez, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. And Mr. Rodriguez, you're excused.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome. Is there anyone back from conferring on a jury trial date?
Your Honor, Joseph Stateson.
Bud Rittenhour.
Oh, she did. Okay. Okay. All right, who's the prosecutor was conferring over on this jury trial date?
Marcus was in the room.
All right. Tom, are you okay with doing this one as well?
Yes, ma'am.
I was in the room, but it's a family case, so I'm not sure. I guess when they get here, they may have issues.
Norma had said that David would probably be trying it, but David's out. But we picked a date, and Norma thinks that it's a good date.
Okay. All right. The court is calling 2019 CR 8528 and 2020 CR 8521, State of Texas versus Arthur Scarborough. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Tom Nisbet.
For the defense?
Joseph Stateson appearing for today. Attorney of record, retained on the case, Monica Guerra. She's in trial in the 399th. I've been asked to appear. I am ready. Arthur Scarborough is present.
All right, Mr. Scarborough, could you unmute for me, please? Do you have any objections to Mr. Stateson standing in today?
No.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state or the defense?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Mr. Scarborough, do you have any objection with this taking place by video?
No.
Mr. Stateson, my understanding is that the state has tendered an offer to your client. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Scarborough, it's the court's understanding is that you're rejecting those offers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes.
Defense, have you received all the discovery in each of these cause numbers?
I believe we have, Your Honor, and today, with Monica's permission, I signed both discovery acknowledgements on the 2019 CR 8528 and 2020 CR 8521.
And have you had a chance to confer on a jury trial date?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what jury trial date is agreed upon?
October 15th, 2021.
All right, state any objections to October 15th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objection to October 15th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Scarborough, do you have any objection to October 15th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then your jury trial will take place on October 15th at 9 a.m. You'll need to be present in the 187th District Court. It is located at 300 De La Rosa. We're on the 4th floor. Again, your date for jury trial is October 15th, and you'll need to appear dressed for trial. Mr. Scarborough, what time and date do you need to appear in court for jury trial?
15th at 9 a.m.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
October 15th at 9 a.m.
Yes. All right, with that, if there's nothing else, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge.
All right, thank you. Just one moment, Mr. Rittenauer.
Yes, Judge.
Is your client in custody or on bond?
He's on custody and he's on the screen. Mr. Witron.
Ah, there he is. All right.
Where it went.
No, he's there. Mr. Witron, can you unmute for me, please? Just hold down the space bar. It's the longest key on the keyboard. I don't know. Just hold it down. All right, the court is calling 2016 CR 8564, 2017 CR 4641, 2017 CR 7677, 2017 CR 7678, 2017 CR 10602, 2017 CR 10603, and 2018 CR 1479, State of Texas versus Gregory Christopher Rutron. Can I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Bud Rittenauer for the defense.
And are you Mr. Rutron?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video. Any objection from the state?
No objection.
Any objections from the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Rutron, do you have any objections to us appearing by video?
No, Your Honor.
All right, it's the court's understanding that an offer has been tendered in this case. Is that correct, defense?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And Mr. Rutron, it's the court's understanding that you're rejecting those offers. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Defense, have you received all the discovery in each of these cases?
I believe I have, yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Rutron, are you requesting a jury trial on each of these causes?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state defense, have you had a chance to confer over a jury trial date?
We have, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
And is there an agreed date?
There is, Your Honor, November 1st.
All right, state, do you have any objection to November 1st as a jury trial date?
No, Judge.
Mr. Rittenauer, do you have any objection to November 1st as the jury trial date?
I do not, Your Honor.
Mr. Witron, do you have any objection to November 1st as a jury trial date?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Retron, we will be back on November 1st, 2021. You'll be brought over dressed for jury trial. If you are released from custody, your jury trial date is November 1st, and you will need to appear in the 187 District Court. It's 300 De La Rosa on the 4th floor. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
When is your jury trial date, Mr. Retron?
November 1st, 9 a.m.
And in which court?
187 court.
All right, we will see you then. Mr. Rittenauer, if there is nothing else, you are excused. Do you need to speak with your client anymore?
No, I have a scheduled visit, a jail video visit with him this weekend, so I don't need to do that at this point, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rittenauer. Thank you, Mr. Rutron. Norma, can you let them know 17F can go back?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Everyone, just give me one moment, please. All right, Miguel Nahara.
Your Honor.
Yes.
I have conferred with the state on Miss Ray's case. I know it's an older case, Judge, but it is my first setting. I'm not sure who the attorney was before me, but apparently you must have released them at the last setting in June and put me on.
Yes.
Knowing it is an older case, I have downloaded everything off of eDiscovery already, and I've conferred with the state today. They've given me an offer. I would just ask for a little more time to make sure that I'm fully prepared on this case. And
Okay, I understand that I have it in my notes on my docketing sheet that
Okay.
June 4th, the other attorney was removed by request of the attorney. Norma, on Ms. Ray, can I have a 30-day reset, please?
Yes, ma'am.
one of the screens that they are logged in, Judge. There she is. Okay.
You can come back on the 26th.
All right, we'll see you on August 26th.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused? My client be excused.
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Anita, I'll be contacting you here shortly.
Okay. All right, Woody Harrison.
Hello, Judge.
Hi.
We're here on Catherine Butler. This is our second setting. I've been conferring with David Martin this morning. The state had made us a plea offer. Ms. Butler has declined that.
Okay, I lost you. You went out. So when we were here last time, it was for medical records. So do you have all the medical records?
I believe we do, Your Honor.
All right, and you say an offer was tendered?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to give you a plea deadline date. Norma, can you set this in 1 month for a plea deadline? I give everyone a plea deadline date, Mr. Halstead. And after that date, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements.
Judge, we can do the 26th as well.
All right, so we'll come back on August 26th, and that will be your plea deadline date. All right, if there is nothing else, you and your client are excused.
Very good, Judge. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good-
Jenny, all right, you have a good day too. I moved so quickly. All right, Jenny, keep it.
Hi, Judge. I conferred with Ally. I have James Cole. The state had previously tendered an offer. My client had declined it, but I was just informed by the state that my client has picked up a new case. He's being filed at large for family violence felony. So it's kind of changing everything for us. And so I would request a 30-day reset. He's not here to judge. He has not logged in today, but normally he appears, and I somehow missed this on my calendar. So I got notice to him late that he needed to log on to Zoom. So I don't know if he received it or if he's just, falling off the radar for me right now.
All right, I'm going to give him till 2 p.m.
Okay.
So if you can Zoom back in at 2 p.m., please.
I will do.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Judge. See you at 2.
Okay. Rick Ramos?
Yes, good morning, Judge. I've conferred with Ms. Sally Jackson. I believe there's a motion that was sent over to the court to dismiss this case.
Let me see. Yes, I have that. All right, you and your client are excused.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a good day.
All right, thank you. Does anybody see what page Ogeen was on?
Page 6.
All right, thank you. Everyone, just give me a moment, please. All right, Michael Dominic.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
Morning.
Carlos Mara.
We spoke with ADA Harris, I believe is his name, and my client has refused the offer that was tendered.
Wait, who is Harris?
Sorry, Morris, my mistake.
Okay.
He said the actual DA is Marcus Sanders, but we spoke with Morris in the breakout room. My client has refused the offer that was tendered, so I guess we need to set a date for trial. We have not conferred about a date, so.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 1 to confer on a trial date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What breakout room were you previously in?
Breakout
Number 16?
Your Honor, yes.
All right, I'll send you to number 1. Prosecutor will meet you there and confer over dates.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Nathaniel Navy?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
I have Sixto Galindo, and we're still on the trial track, Judge. I understand that Joe Ray Garcia is in jail court this week and David Martin's on vacation. There was a few additional things that I wanted to discuss with them about the evidence, but I'll reach out to them via email and discuss that with them in between now and whenever the next setting is for this case.
The next setting is going to be a trial setting. Norma, do you know when Joe Ray will be back from?
I think Monday, Judge.
All right, so Norma, on Galindo.
Yes, ma'am.
If we can recall this for Monday so that we can get a jury trial date.
Yes, ma'am. I think David and Joe Ray should be back on Monday.
All right, so we're going to recall your cases, Mr. Navy.
Thank you.
for the 19th. And are we going to be seeing you tomorrow, Mr. Navy?
You will not. Have a good weekend.
All right. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Everyone, just give me a moment, please. All right, Ben Stevenson.
Hello, Your Honor. I conferred with both Meredith McIntyre and Allie Jackson.
Yes.
In the two newer cases, the two child sex cases, conferred with Allie Jackson because David Martin, the normal prosecutor, is unavailable today. And I did, among other things, mention to her that I did file a motion with regard to the scope of work product that I'm allowed to create while watching a forensic video. And all of the relevant law in that is in my motion for the court's consideration, which I filed on July 1st. She said that Mr. Martin wanted to present some oral argument on that motion before the court made its decision. So it appears that we do need to set that special discovery motion for a hearing.
All right, Norma, when will they be back to hear this? Or what's a good day for us to do it sometime next week?
Give me a second, Judge. Let me look at the calendar.
Thank you.
And would it be possible to do it in an afternoon? Which
It will be done in the afternoon. It will not be done in the morning.
Okay. My afternoons are mostly free.
How long are you going to expect for this hearing to take? Are you going to have a lot of witnesses? Are you going to have, what do you?
As far as defense goes, this is only a question of law, and all of the information I need to provide the court with is in the motion. So I don't expect to question any witnesses. I would simply direct the court to the motion. And then I think Mr. Martin may want to make some argument. I doubt if he's going to have any witnesses. So
We're talking about 30 minutes, maybe, Norma.
Okay,
we'll
do it on
30 minutes max.
We'll do it on Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Wednesday afternoon, about 2 o'clock.
Would that be
All right.
July 21st?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put that in my schedule.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, there are discovery issues with regard to the CTD cases as well. We would simply ask at this point for another reset as we're working diligently to get all these resolved.
All right, we'll come back on the 21st and we'll take up any other issues on the 21st.
Okay, as to this one case, or are all cases being moved to the 21st docket
All cases are being moved to the 21st
at 2 p.m., correct?
at 2 p.m.
Thank you very much. May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And Norma, can you, on Alexis Morganfield, for some reason, I don't have that motion.
I gave it to the clerks yesterday, Judge. I can get it for you. Give me 1 second.
All right, thank you.
Robert's on his way to give it to you.
All right, thank you. All right, Will Brooks. Oh, you're on mute, Mr. Brooks.
It would help if I unmuted myself. Judge, I conferred with Ms. Jackson and we're ready to go forward on the motion for bail reduction.
And that's on Mr. Ruiz.
Yes, Judge. And the other thing you'd wanted to do was to assign us a trial date. And we were recalled from last Friday for that purpose as well.
Okay. All right, we're going to take up the bond issue and then we'll take up the trial date issue. All right, we have more than one Ruiz on the docket. Is this your client that's on the screen, Mr. Brooks?
Yes, that's Mr. Richard Ruiz, Judge.
All right, thank you. Court is calling 2021 CR 2279, State of Texas versus Richard Ruiz. Could I have the party announced for the record for the state?
Allie Jackson for the state.
For the defense?
Will Brooks for Mr. Ruiz, Judge.
And are you Mr. Ruiz?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Judge.
Mr. Ruiz, do you have any objections with us proceeding by video?
No, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, just 1 second. Brenna, for some reason, my real time isn't working. All right. The defense has filed a motion for a bail reduction. State, have you had a chance to review the defense's motion?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
All right, and state, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, it's your motion.
Judge, I'll be brief, just proffer, but Mr. Ruiz is currently incarcerated and under indictment. He fully intends to litigate this case, Judge, and proceed to trial. He is not able to make the bail in its current amount. I believe it's $30,000. In discussing that with him, if the court were to cut that amount in half, it would be something he could potentially make. He does have ties to the community, lives and resides with his father. His father would be the person that would be assisting him to make that bond as well, Judge. I do know, obviously, the factors that weigh against him are the fact that he does have criminal history, Your Honor, and the nature of the type of offense itself, Judge, is something that, of course, will weigh into the court's decision, but we're asking the court to cut that bail amount in half, Judge.
All right, state.
The state is opposed to lowering the bond. As stated by Mr. Brooks, he does have a long criminal history. He is an habitual offender. This is a family violence case, and it is my understanding from the offense report that he resides with the alleged victim in this case. So therefore, we think that $30,000 is an adequate amount of bond to ask for.
All right, what's his criminal history?
He has, let me get the actual convictions, Judge. There are multiple arrests. The actual convictions include, sorry, I'm pulling them up as we speak. burglary of a building, assault public servant, possession less than a gram, theft vehicle, assault public servant, assault family second, evading arrest second, and then a bunch of misdemeanors, Your Honor.
All right, so according to what the state is telling me, defense, your client is currently charged with assault family second. His priors include a conviction for assault public servant bodily injury in April, and then another assault public servant bodily injury, and then another assault case. The court will deny the motion. The court will, if the defendant does make bond, the court is going to request that he be placed on full GPS. All right, and Mr. Brooks, my understanding, you state that your client wishes to have a jury trial?
That's his desire, Judge.
All right, so what I'm gonna do, Mr. Brooks, I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 1. And if you can confer with the state on a jury trial date. Just one moment before you leave though, let me rename you.
Judge, actually, I did talk to JR about it last week.
Mhm.
And I think you had as one of the possible dates, the last weekend in August, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, well, go to breakout room number 1 and see if that's okay with the court coordinator.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Do you need me to go with him, Judge?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, let me see who is back. Christine McDonald.
Morning, Judge. I relayed the state's offer to my client, Judge. At this time, he is rejecting it and we are requesting a trial.
All right, and who is your client?
Rodney Ferguson.
All right, this is a new case. I give everyone a plea deadline date. Is your client in custody or on bond?
He's in custody, Judge.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, where are you?
He was having trouble unmuting earlier, Judge.
That's okay. I will do this way. All right, Christine, on Rodney Ferguson, have you received all the discovery?
Your Honor, I believe so. The only request that I've made from the state is to double check that the victim did not give an additional statement at the police department, Judge. I believe Mr. David Martin will have this case and he was not available to confirm if that was looked into.
All right, Norma, on Mr. Ferguson, can you recall his case for 30 days, please? She's in a breakout room. Just give me one moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
Is Hunter available for a breakout room? This is Miss Middleton. Anybody?
Who is this?
Sunny. It's Sunny, Hunter.
Okay, I'll move us to 2.
Thank you.
Go.
All right, so Mr. Ferguson, we're going to bring you back on August 26th. Christine, at that time, what will end up happening is just make sure that you have all the discovery, and then the next date, I'll give him a plea deadline date. Okay, Mr. Ferguson? I want to make sure that your attorney has all the discovery, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right, have a great rest of your day. Just
Yes,
remain
ma'am.
seated and we'll let them know that you can go back, okay?
Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
ma'am.
May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
And everyone, give me one moment.
I can go back.
Yes, he can go back, Deputy. Okay, awesome. All right, Martin Guerra.
Your Honor, I finished conferring with both Hunter and my client.
Yes.
But we do not have any agreements at this time.
All right, just one moment. What is your client's name?
Adrian Arias.
Okay. Just 1 second. All right, Mr. Martin, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1 for a jury trial date.
Okay.
Because I see where his plea deadline date has expired. So I'll send you to breakout room number 1. A prosecutor will meet you there and confer over your jury trial date.
Okay. I'm clicking on breakout room, but it's still sending me to 11. Up there
Oh,
goes.
no, I have to move you.
Thank
All
you.
right, so real Brooks on Mr. Ruiz.
Yes, Judge, we got assigned August 23rd as our trial date.
All right, just one moment. Is there a prosecutor available to put this on the record, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Court is calling 2021 CR 2279, State of Texas versus Richard Ruiz. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Holly Jackson for the state.
For the defense?
Brooks for Mr. Ruiz, Judge.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Where's that extra noise coming from, Brenna?
It's someone else.
How you doing? This is James Cole.
Okay, I think that's done. Yeah. Hey, happy Thursday. All right. Any objection from the defense to us proceeding by video?
No, Judge.
Mr. Ruiz, do you have any objections to us proceeding by video?
No, Your Honor.
All right. My understanding defense is an offer has been tendered. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, Judge.
And Mr. Ruiz, are you rejecting that offer and requesting a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
To the best of my knowledge, I have, Judge.
All right, state, the court does not have an acknowledgement of discovery in its file.
I'll submit one, Judge.
All right, thank you. So acknowledgement of discovery from the state will be due by August 6th. And my understanding is that both parties have conferred over a jury trial date, and that agreed upon date is August 23rd. Is that correct, defense?
Yes, it is, Judge.
All right, defense, any objections to August 23rd as a jury trial date?
None from the defense, Your Honor.
State, any objections to August 23rd as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ruiz, do you have any objections to August 23rd as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ruiz, what will happen is on August 23rd, you will be brought over from the jail dressed for jury trial. If for any reason you bond out, you will need to appear in the 187 District Court. It's on the 4th floor, 300 De La Rosa, and you'll need to appear on August 23rd at 9 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Ruiz, when is your jury trial date?
The 23rd of August, 9 o'clock in the morning.
All right, and which court?
187.
All right, thank you. With that, we'll close the record. Norma, can you let them know that 17J can go back?
Yes,
And Mr. Brooks, if you don't have anyone else with us, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. All right, Martin Guerra, do you have a jury trial date?
Yes, Your Honor, October 15th.
All right, just give me a moment. Who is the person who was conferring with Martin?
Oh, that was Hunter, Your Honor.
Okay,
I'm here, Judge Marcus.
okay, thank you. Court, let's see, Adrian Arias. Court is calling 2020 CR 12347, State of Texas versus Adrian Arias. Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state,
Marcus Sanders.
for the defense?
Martin Guerra.
And are you Mr. Adrian Arias?
Yes, ma'am.
You're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No objection.
Any objections from the defense?
No objections.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. I did raise one issue with Hunter regarding the reference to some possible security footage. He's already informed me he's going to send an email out to the handling detective. I don't think it's going to be an issue, and I think we're going to resolve that rather quickly.
All right, and the court will note for the record that the court has a discovery acknowledgement in its file for March 5th, 2021. State if there's any additional discovery, please, as I know you will, make sure you give that to defense counsel. Defense, my understanding is an offer was tendered.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Arias, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, it's my understanding that both parties have had a chance to confer on a jury trial date, and they've come to the agreement of October 15th. Defense, any objection to October 15th as a jury trial date?
No objections, Your Honor.
State, any objection to October 15th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Arias, do you have any objection to October 15th as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am.
All right, your jury trial will be October 15th at 9 a.m. You'll need to appear in the 187th District Court on October 15th at 9 a.m. It's at 300 De La Rosa. It's on the 4th floor, and you'll need to be dressed for trial. Mr. Arias, when is your jury trial date?
October 15th.
And where do
The
you need to
187.
appear? All right, and at what time?
The 187 court at 9 a.m.
Yes.
9 a.m.
All right, thank you. If there's nothing else, we'll close the record. And Mr. Guerra, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Jenny Cupid, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe my client, I got my message and is logged on. Mr. James Cole.
How you doing?
Yes, one moment. Good morning.
Good morning.
So on Mr. Cole, have you conferred with the state on a jury trial date?
Judge, we did not confer on a jury trial date because I was just informed by the state that there's a new case that's being filed. And it's going to impact this case. It is also a domestic family violence.
So that's correct, Your Honor. It's an at-large case. Our office just received, we just received the evidence uploaded into Veripig last week.
All right, and what case is this?
So Mr. Coles currently has an indicted ag assault deadly weapon. He has a new assault family second that's pending with our office with a different complainant.
Yeah, I mean, his plea deadline date has expired on this case. So it's an old case. So what I'm going to do, Ms. Cupid, are you appointed on this case?
No, Your Honor, I am retained.
All right, so are you going to be retained on the new case?
I don't know. I haven't had the opportunity to speak with my client about it. He's not aware of anything. I would ask for a reset for me to confer with him and to get some more information.
All right, Norma, what we're going to do on this case, if you can recall it in 2 weeks and state whatever motion you want to file. As
Yes,
far as
Judge.
bond issues, those need to be filed.
Yes, Judge.
And Norma, if we can recall Mr. Cole for 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am. Judge, I can do. Oh, what day are we on? Judge, I can do the 28th, or I can do August 2nd.
28th, I'm in Zavala County, Your
Yes,
Honor.
ma'am.
All right, so it will be August 2nd. And Mr. Cole, on
Yes, ma'am.
August 2nd, you're going to need to appear in the courtroom. It's the 187th District Court. You'll need to appear on August 2nd at 9 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Can I say something, Your Honor?
Not if it's about any cases that you may have. If you're going to discuss with me what you are saying the facts of the case
No,
are.
it's about my job pertaining, Your Honor.
Mr. Cole, you can let me know if there's an issue with that and I can address it with the court.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you all at 9 a.m. on August 2nd.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
David Garcia. Who do you have?
Morning, Judge. I have Brandon Pena. He's in jail.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Should be CTD, Judge. So I just need to confer with him. I have
All
an
right.
offer from the state already.
Okay, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3.
Awesome. Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, this is Miss Middleton.
Just one moment.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, yes, Sonny.
I have a new offer also, and my client's in custody. He's Victor Alvarez. If I could get in a room with him to relay the new offer.
All right, if you'll go to breakout room number 2, Sonny. Mr. Alvarez, if you'll go to 2, please.
Thank you.
Michael. Dominique.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
We conferred with DA Sanders, and we have a set date for trial. Said it could be either we're looking at September 14th, but he's related it could be the 8th.
All right, did you confer with the court coordinator?
No, we have not.
Yes, Judge, we did.
Oh,
Okay.
he told me he was going to confer with him. So
All right, so what date will it be, Marcus?
Judge, this is the one where we may trade with the 379th still, but defense said that both dates work. So right now we're set.
Oh, no, we already have our date from the 379.
Oh, then there wasn't till
Norma, did you give them the date for the the date that we actually have?
Yes, ma'am. I changed it already, Judge. I think I changed it. Maybe I didn't send it to you guys. Sorry. I'll send it today.
Okay.
I'll update the Excel, Marcus, and I'll send it.
So what is the correct date, Norma?
It is, let me give it to you. September 14th.
All right. Court is calling 2019 CR 10219, State of Texas versus Carlos Mora. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Marcus Sanders.
for the defense?
Michael Dominic.
All right, and are you Carlos Mora?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No objection.
Any objections from the defense?
No objection.
All right, defense's Paul Anderson is listed as the attorney on this.
Yes, there should have been a motion for myself to be appearing. If not, we can file that right now, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, motion for what?
For me to appear as counsel.
All right, Mr. Mora, do you have any objection to Michael Dominic appearing as counsel?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objection? Oh, sorry. Just one second. All right, defense, my understanding is that the state tendered an offer. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
All right, and Mr. Mora, the court understands that you're rejecting that offer. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the court will note that a discovery acknowledgement was filed with the court on April 16th. My understanding is that all parties have conferred on a jury trial date, and that jury trial date will be September 14th. Any objections to September 14th as a jury trial date, state?
No objection.
Defense, any objection to September 14th as a jury trial date?
No objection.
Mr. Marr, do you have any objection to September 14th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then your jury trial date will be September 14th. You'll need to appear in the 187th District Court at 9 a.m. It's on the 4th floor. It's 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what date is your jury trial date?
September 14th,
What time?
9 a.m.
And where do you need to appear?
on the 4th floor, 187 District Court on De La Rosa.
All right, thank you. If there's nothing else, we'll close the record.
Nothing else, ma'am.
All right, then, Michael Dominic and Carlos Mora, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. You too.
Excuse me, Judge, this is Luis Martinez.
Yes, just give me one moment, Louis.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Judge, we're ready on that Ramsey Gonzalez bond motion.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Sonny Middleton, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. My client's willing to take Hunter's offer.
All right, if you'll put that in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson, and then I will send you to a breakout room with your client to go over paperwork.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, and just go back to number 2. And Louis, let me just assign Suzanne Kramer, then I will come to you. Suzanne Kramer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, who are you here for?
I've got Jesus Garza, but we've got him on a competency, and I looked online and it looks like the doctor did send the report to magistrate, like maybe yesterday or day before. I haven't gotten my copy of it yet to know if it's competent or not. But I did email Angela to ask her to send me that doctor's report.
Okay, do you believe she's emailing it to you now so we can have an idea so I know what setting to give?
I really couldn't begin to tell you. I'm not wanting to speak ill. I don't really get quick responses from that court. So I do have the doctor's phone number though. And I can call him, and because I talked to him while he was.
Oh, no, we'll find out. We're going to find out right now. Norma, can you find out from magistrate's court about the evaluation?
It's a doctor, and it's a Dr. Cardwell. If they need his name, that's the doctor that emailed it or submitted it to them. It shows online it's been submitted to them.
Thank you. Okay. All right, Will Williams.
Yes, Judge, we're just need to continue on the trial docket for Mr. Elwell. Allie and I talked that the next 2 available trial dates were the 22nd and the 6th, but we didn't really confer about, hey, this is when they want to go.
All right, I'm sending you to breakout room number 1. Did you confer with Ms. Ferguson?
No, Judge, we have not.
All right, if you all will go to breakout room number 1 and she will confirm a date with you all.
Thank you.
And then Luis Martinez, after Allie confers on that date, we'll come back with your hearing.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
All right, thank you for your patience.
I'm taking it out of my pocket, Judge. I'm keeping it right here.
Hey, I'm telling you, but sometimes you got to share. I don't have many pockets today, but I have patience in my purse, so I'm taking that out periodically.
Well, I found that the key to patience is understanding that if you had a better option, you would have just done it that way.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
It really is acceptance. It really is.
and also Norma, can you see where Mr. Eduardo Jimenez is?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Rosabelle.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. You have Francisco Lopez.
I do, Your Honor. He is currently in the jail, Judge. He was picked up on Monday on a new drug case.
Okay. All right. I'll send you to a breakout room to confer with the state.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll send you to number 5. And David Garcia, what is happening with Mr. Pena?
Judge, I think we have a deal worked out.
All right. If you'll put that in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson.
I will.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Judge.
Hey, David, can we go to breakout room real quick just to make sure I understand the deal?
Sure, no problem. That's even better.
Yeah, and then I'll make sure Norma has the right terms. Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, they're going to send a report to Suzanne in just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you. And then Norma, can you see where Eduardo Jimenez is?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just going to go to breakout room number 1. I guess they're emailing me. I was just on the phone, so.
Okay, all right, thanks.
There's no patience in anybody's pocket right
Yeah, people, you have patience in your pocket, but you're supposed to take it out as needed. Don't just keep it in your pocket.
Judge, I got a trial date from Norma whenever you are ready.
Okay. All right, the court is calling 2018 CR 13371, State of Texas versus Bradley Dwayne Elwell. Can I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Allie Jackson for the state.
For the defense.
Will Williams for Mr. Elwell.
And are you Mr. Elwell?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Judge.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Elwell, do you have any objections with us proceeding by video?
Negative, Your Honor.
All right, state, I'm sorry, defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Judge, I everything I've asked for, I've got, and I've downloaded everything that they had. I don't think that there's anything else outstanding.
All right, and the court will note for the record that an acknowledgement of discovery was filed on May 28, 2020. Defense, did you receive an offer from the state?
We did. We rejected that offer, made a counter offer that was also rejected, and we have passed the plea deadline.
Yes. So, Mr. Elwell, could you unmute yourself, please? My
Yes, ma'am.
understanding is that you're rejecting the offer and you're requesting a jury trial. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
State and defense, have you had a chance to confer on a jury trial date?
Yes, Judge.
And what
Yes, Your
date
Honor.
will it be?
August 23rd.
All right, defense, any objection to August 23rd as a trial date?
No objection, Your Honor.
State, any objection to August 23rd as a trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Elwell, do you have any objections to August 23rd as a trial date?
No, Your Honor.
All right, your jury trial date will be August 23rd at 9 a.m. in the 187th District Court. It's located on the 4th floor. It's at 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you will need to be dressed for trial. When is your jury trial date, Mr. Elwell?
August 24th,
August 23rd.
23rd, 9 a.m.
All right, so when is your trial date?
August 23rd, ma'am. 9
What
a.m.
time and what court?
187.
All right, we will see you then. You're excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Judge, may I also be excused?
Yes.
Brad, I'll call you this afternoon.
All right, Luis Martinez.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you for your patience. We are ready to take up your motion. Let me just find your motion. I know I have it. Just one second. I have your motion. All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 5545, State of Texas versus Ramsey Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Allie Jackson for the state.
For the
Okay,
defense?
Luis Martinez for Mr. Gonzalez. And Judge, there's actually 3 active cases that don't have bond right now.
Okay, let me find those. Just one second.
I can list those for you if need be.
Oh, no, I believe I have them. So what I have is, we're going to recall it. Court is calling 2021 CR 5545, 2019 CR 9380, and NIMAG number 585260, State of Texas versus Ramsey Gonzalez. Defense, are those all of the cases for Mr. Gonzalez without the bonds?
Yes, Judge.
All right, is everyone ready to proceed, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
All right, is there any objections to us proceeding by video, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Judge.
Mr. Ramsey Gonzalez, can you unmute for me, please?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Do you have any objection to us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, so the defense has filed motions to set bond in each of these cause numbers. Defense, it's your motion.
Judge, and we can proceed quickly. I don't mind just doing this by proffer. And obviously, if the state has any objections to the facts or believes that any of the facts are unclear or incorrect, I don't object to
All right, Mr. Gonzalez, I'm going to mute you on your end because we're having problems hearing. If there's something that you need to say, Mr. Gonzalez, just raise your hand, but I'm going to have you muted.
Yes, ma'am, Your
Honor.
All right. Could you repeat that, Mr.
So, Judge,
Martinez?
the state's official position is they're not taking a position on bond or whether the judge should set it or what amount. But if, in an effort to speed this up, I'm going to do this by proffer, if they have no objection, and then if I get any of the facts wrong, obviously I understand they can jump in and clear that up for the court.
All right. Any objections to the defense making a proffer?
No, Your Honor.
All right, defense.
Judge, as the court might be aware, and I know you've got a lot of cases in front of you, but this is a case where I came in on the 11th hour. I came in after the plea. There was a silent offer that had been agreed to and entered into. And then I got some new evidence before the plea date, before the sentencing date. And I reviewed that with Joe Ray Garcia last week. We, at that point, filed a motion to withdraw the plea. And that's been set out for a couple of weeks. And due to that delay, I'm asking the court right now to consider bond. Mr. Gonzalez, once again, is willing to enter a plea bargain, but there's been some new evidence that's gone to the DA's office and that needs to be considered. I still believe when things are hashed out that we'll get this case resolved, but we're going to need a little more time to do that. Mr. Gonzalez also has some health issues. And I've supplied a letter to the court. I don't know if it made it to you, Judge, but Mr. Gonzalez got a letter in March of 2021 from his doctor, Janine Mezzles, that he suffers from hypertension, hyperlipidemia, generalized anxiety disorder, fibromyalgia, major depression disorder, and hyperuricemia without signs of inflammatory arthritis. So he's got, at the very least, he's got high blood pressure, he's got fibromyalgia, and he's got some mental health needs. And obviously, it's difficult for those to get medicated and addressed at the jail. I'm asking the court to consider bond. The bond had been $50,000 on the ABI second. I don't think that bond needs to be that high to secure his appearance in courts. I think somewhere around $20,000 would be sufficient. The bond on the possession of prohibited substance in a correctional facility, and those were his prescription meds, Judge, was $5,000. We'd ask for that to go back to that amount. And the bond on the forgery of money was $2,500, and we'd ask for it to go back to that amount, and that's on the night mag case. If the court is concerned about Mr. Gonzalez's compliance, he can be placed on GPS. If the court's going to consider that, we'd ask that GPS fees be waived. But Judge, we do need to get him out while the court is considering this motion to withdraw the plea. And so for those reasons, we're asking the court to consider consider setting bond on those cases. Those cases had been off bonded back there. And so originally the affidavit of surety had been filed that was granted by the court. But we're asking the court, because of the reasons I've listed by proffer, to consider setting bond again in these cases.
All right, state.
State really has no position, Your Honor. We told him that we would remain silent for this.
Okay, so with regards to his motion to withdraw his plea, we can set that for next week. Ms. Ferguson, can we set Mr. Gonzalez for next week on his motion to withdraw his plea? And we can set it later in the week. Is that possible?
For next week, give me 1 second, Judge. Let me look at the calendar.
And Judge, we'll be happy to get to that as soon as possible. I know that it already has a setting. And I think that was because the state needed to get some witnesses together and talk to their complainant, and their complainant's been hesitant to come in. So I think that's why we set it the way we set it.
And when is it set?
Week after next, I believe.
All
right, let's find out. Norma, has it been set?
Let me check, Judge.
If it's been said, I don't see it in the system, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna find out.
No, ma'am, it hasn't been set.
All right, let's set it for late next week. Or is a Friday available?
Well, it just depends on what happens on Thursday, Judge. If we have, because we're supposed to have jury selection on Thursday.
Okay, well, let's set it for Wednesday, see what's happening.
Yes, ma'am.
Once again, Judge, my concern is that the state won't be able to have their witnesses together, but I'm ready to go on Wednesday.
Okay, well, we'll see if they have their witnesses, but if I just leave that out there in the universe, then it's gonna get lost in the system.
Okay.
All right, now with regards to these bond issues. In 2019 CR 9380, is that the case that the defendant entered a plea on or no?
That is correct, Judge. That's the one.
All right. And the previous bond amount set for that was what?
The last bond amount was 50,000. And there was an off bond on that, Judge.
All right, I'll set his bond at 50,000. Just one moment. All right, in 2021 CR 5545, what was the previous bond at? I believe Mr. Martinez is frozen.
I would say, yeah, no, I don't see him moving. Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Lewis.
Judge, I'm having trouble with my internet for some reason, Judge. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. 2021 CR 554, what was the previous bond?
Judge, could you repeat that?
And 2021 CR 5545, what was the previous bond?
$5,000, Judge. And then on the Night Mag case, it had been 2,500.
All right, and on the Night Mag case, what is he charged with?
On the Night Mag case is possession of a single counterfeit bill.
All right, and 2021 CR 5545, it's going to be $7,500 full GPS. And Night Mag number 585260. His bond is going to be at 7,500, and that'll be full GPS.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, and counsel, Mr. Ramsey had several, and when I say several, I mean he had about 6 violations from pretrial services while he was on bond.
Yes, Judge, I understand that.
All right, if there's nothing else, we will see you back on Wednesday for your motion. So that will be on Wednesday, July 17th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Norma, can you let them know that 17I can go back, please? All right, everyone, just give me a moment, please. All right, I'm back. Is there anyone who's ready?
Judge, I got the evaluation on Mr. Garza in the email, so you probably have it as well. I do need to talk to him, and of course, we have to have a hearing in Carruthers Court to deal with that. But the report indicates that he does have a severe mental illness, but it did not impair his competency to stand trial. So I just need to talk to Mr. Garza if he wants to challenge that or go.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 8. Mr. Garza, if you could go to breakout room number 8. Eduardo Jimenez, you have Mr. Crew.
Yes, Judge. I think Tom Nisbet and I have been consulting on that, and I think he had something he wanted to share with you on that. We both do. Is Tom, is he there?
Yes.
Tom?
Sure, Judge. We conferred. We've been conferring off docket. I sent Mr. Jimenez a copy of the MTR today. I don't think he had it before. He's going to go talk to his client this weekend at the jail about the MTR. So it's potentially a contested MTR, but we need to get that answer whether it is or is not after he has a chance to go visit his client at Bexar County Jail.
All right, when are you visiting with your client?
It'll be Saturday or Sunday, Your Honor, this weekend.
All right, Norma, can you recall Mr. Crew for Tuesday? And we will find out if it's going to be contested or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Crew, we're going to bring you back on the 20th. Norma, she's on the phone. Just give us a moment. Roosevelt, you back?
I am, Your Honor. I've conferred with Hunter. He's given me an offer for my client. I don't know that the court brought him. I don't know if the court was aware that he was in jail.
All right, just give us a moment. We're going to see about that. She's on the phone with the jail at the moment. All right, Norma, on Julius Crew. Can we recall that on Tuesday? They're going to let us know if that's going to be a contested hearing or not.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Mr. Crew, you're coming back on July 20th at 9 a.m. Norma, can you let them know that 14 M can go back?
Yes, ma'am.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Jimenez, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, then Norma, on Roosevelt's client, Francisco Lopez, he was recently arrested. So I know he wasn't brought over. I don't see him on the screen. So what date can we call him back? It's a possession less than a gram.
We can do the same date, just the 20th if you want.
All right, so we'll come back on July 20th for your client.
Got it, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Alcaraz, who's your attorney?
It is going to be Manuel C. Rodriguez, ma'am.
Oh, he is not in the state today. So Norma, on Alcaraz, can we get a reset date? I believe Mr. Manuel Rodriguez has a vacation letter on file.
Oh, okay.
Norma, what date for Mr. Alcaraz?
Sorry, Judge, Deputy Norma was in here talking to me. I didn't hear you. On Alcaraz, you said?
Yes. Can you just give him a 30-day reset? It's a first setting.
Yes, ma'am. We can come back on 30-day, on the 26th, Judge.
All right, we'll see you back on the 26th, and your attorney will be back by then, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You know what time? Same
It's going
time?
to be 9 a.m. Yes.
Thank you, Judge. You have a great day.
All right, thank you.
It's final part.
Marcus, can I see you in a breakout room?
Marcus just stepped out. Can one of us help you, Norma?
It's regarding the hearing this afternoon. Are you?
Oh, wait, never mind. He's walking right back.
Norma?
Yeah.
All right, Deborah Burke, you're here for a case?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes.
Good morning. Yes, which
I
case?
filed Manuel Galvan. It's a motion to set bond. He's on deferred probation since December. A motion to enter adjudication of guilt was filed in June. He was arrested July 9th. He's been in jail without a bond set on his
Who is your client again?
Manuel Galvan. It's not on today's docket. But your clerk put it in your inbox.
Okay. Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial. It's a drug case.
All right. I'm going to send you to a breakout room. You may have to come back this afternoon because we break at 12:30. And
Okay.
we'll see if a prosecutor is available to discuss it with you.
Okay, his bond used to be 10 grand when he first posted it before he got the 6 years deferred probation.
All right, I'll send you to number 6.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Suzanne Kramer, you're back.
Yes, Judge, he's not going to object to the competency report. He was just indicted on, and I knew of 2 of the cases. I didn't know of the 3rd. And there's a lot of discovery, but I mean, I have a general idea of what happened. I don't know if the state has had a chance to look at these cases. They're really new on the indictment list. But I'm happy to talk to a prosecutor if you want.
All right, is it criminal trial division or family violence?
It's CTT.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 7.
Thank you.
Brenda, do you see what page Francisco Lopez is on?
That was page 13, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, and the other one is Xavier Alvarez.
Page 14.
Well, thank you. Your eyes are awesome. And Brenda, we're still going to take our break at 12:30.
What time do we resume, Judge?
We'll resume at 2.
Okay.
Hey, Judge, just finished some paperwork. Is Suzanne Kramer waiting for an ADA?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Yes, she's in 7.
We're just waiting for his attorney. Yeah.
This is Sunny, Your Honor.
Yes,
You should have paperwork for a plea on Mr. Alvarez.
yes, I signed it. The clerks will swear him in.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. And Brenna, this is going to be our last one, and we'll take our break after this plea.
Whenever you want to report, Your Honor, I'm ready.
All right, just one moment. Just 1 second. All right, on Galvin, the state has sent me what your agreement is. So
Yes,
you'll
Your
need to
Honor.
contact Ms. Ferguson to get a court date for his.
There's one already on the computer for August 2nd.
Okay, all right, we'll see you August 2nd.
Okay, and the clerk will put the bond on the computer for the
Yes.
jail.
Yes,
Okay,
that'll be done today.
thank you. Have a good day.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. All right, everyone, we just have this one plea with Sonny Middleton's client, and then we're going to take our break.
You're unmuted. Now they're gonna speak. They're probably gonna reset you for this afternoon if you haven't already completed.
All right, Ms. Middleton, is this your client, Mr. Alvarez?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay, just one moment. Court is calling 2021 CR 2955, State of Texas versus Victor Alvarez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
for the defense?
Sonny Middleton for the defense.
And are you Mr. Alvarez?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Alvarez, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, I'm showing you the acknowledgement of discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Alvarez, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. The state moves to waive count 1 and proceed on count 2 of the indictment.
Any objections to the state's waiver of count 1?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Alvarez, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand what you're charged with in count 2 is possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Alvarez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea bargain agreement, state is proceeding on count 2. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. The state recommends community supervision, and there's restitution of $57 for laboratory testing. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver and Repeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pre-trial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you what's outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours of community service, restitution, and safety. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense as charged in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's no contest plea.
State offers states Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
Any objections?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Alvarez, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor, we'd like you to follow the plea bargain. He has voluntarily asked for the treatment program in safety to help him with his addiction.
All right, do you have any children, Mr. Alvarez?
I don't, ma'am. But I got a medical condition. I got 2 prosthetic legs, and I'm really trying to work on getting my prosthetic legs fixed. And if you could give me an opportunity, I would really appreciate that. You won't see me in your courtroom.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to a $1,000 fine. That will be probated. 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years. Restitution of $57 for laboratory testing. Safety followed by felony drug court. And Rebecca, if you could also put him on the felony drug court waiting list. So if felony drug court is able to take him before safety takes him, then I want him in felony drug court. But if not, he's to go to safety.
Okay.
150 hours community service restitution, that will not be waived, and that's not allowed to be bought out. There's to be regular reporting. Are you able to report by Zoom, Mr. Alvarez?
I can try, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to do regular reporting once you're released from custody. If you're able to Zoom, you can Zoom, or either you'll have to report in person. So regular reporting by Zoom or in person. And then it will be the UA hotline upon release. Do you receive SSI or anything?
Yes, I do.
All right, proof of SSI or employment with no employment as a home health care provider or involving minors within 30 days of release from custody. Defendant is to remain in custody until transferred either to felony drug court or to safety. Rebecca, is there anything else that he needs?
No, ma'am.
You know what, let me do field visits 2, random once per month. All right, Mr. Alvarez, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, that's it.
All right, Mr. Alvarez, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And also because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Alvarez, good luck to you. The same way that you want help, we can go off record, Brenna. The same way that you want help now, I want you to hold on to that because times are going to get tough, but I don't want you to use, okay?
Thank you, miss. I appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. I'm going to send you to a breakout room. Probation will go over conditions with you.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. It should pop up on your screen. Ms. Middleton, you can go to 1 or either you can be excused.